What's up, gamers? Welcome to a new video. Something actually pretty big happened that's been going around the media. If you haven't heard pretty big news thing that happened recently, that it's gonna be one of those moments where like people ask you, where were you when that happened? It's that the fucking Cleveland Browns actually won a playoff. So if you didn't watch my Super Bowl video that I made last year, I'm a Browns fan. Well, I don't know. It's like my dad was, my parents are, so it's just kind of like I never had a choice of what I wanted to be. But yeah, so well, not really anymore. I don't watch football as much as I used to. Like when I was really young, this would go out. This was my weekends. Friday night, watch Star Wars, the new episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Saturday, watch Ohio State play, and then, which they were good, and then watch every Sunday. And of course, I cared about the Browns more. Was watch the Browns lose every fucking time. So, a lot of my life has been painful, a lot of childhood trauma. My favorite player is Josh Jacobs. I actually have his signature on this hat, which is fucking sick. Shout out for my dad for giving me that. Yeah, so I used to be really into football. I only really cared about the Browns. The worst thing is, as a kid, being a Browns fan, one, on the bus, everyone told you that your team was shit. And being a smart-ass kid, oh shit, my light's going out. My dad would tell me, well, when I was really fucking dumb, my dad would tell me that the Browns never lose the games. He'd be like, oh yeah, they win all the time. And then, like, one day my mom, I was like watching, we were probably playing like the Jets or something, and we are getting like, I was like, wait, we're fucking losing. And my mom's like, yeah, no shit, we lose all the time. But I'm like, but Dad said we win all the time. She was like, he was lying to you. Yes. And so when you get on the bus every Monday morning, your friends would be dogging your ass. They'd be like, yo, the Browns are straight shit. And you'd be like, of course, I was like a smart ass kid, and my dad would tell me, like, yo, back when I was like a kid, they were good as fuck. Like when they had like autogram and like Jim Brown and shit, yo, the Browns were the shit. And that's the only thing I had to say was like, they went to the championship 4 times in a row. Like, damn. Yes, I was a really big Browns fan as a kid, I remember one time at a sleepover, they actually gave us blankets. Like, it was like the sleepover. It was like the flag football team. It was like at the coach's house, and it was sleepover, and they tried to throw like a Steelers blanket on me. I was like, I don't want your peasant ass blanket. Yes, I used to be a really big Browns fan as a kid. I just kind of like got sick of them like being terrible, and and then I don't know. And I remember just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go play Black Ops on my 360 with my friends instead of watching the Browns get kicked ass. So that's what kind of happened. I kind of stopped like caring about football. I used to play like tackle football as a kid, and I quit that shit. It's probably the best decision I made. Yeah, so not to like recently, I've always watched the playoffs. I don't know, because like it's usually interesting if something happens, and you always gotta go watch the Super Bowl. Because I remember when my family used to go to church, we always they always had like a Super Bowl thing that we went to, and they had free food. Oh, and the only reason I would ever watch the playoffs because Pittsburgh would always be in the playoffs. So I just watched the team that would like play them and like just hope that they would lose. Like one of my favorite memories as a kid, watching Browns with my dad. I don't know which game this was. But it was like they were tied, or it was like the Browns were up, and then if the other team just got like a field goal, they were gonna lose. And I remember like fucking bawling my eyes out like to like the couch, and my dad's like in the living room screaming like, oh, miss it, and the guy actually missed it. Shout out to that guy. That's always really stuck with me. I don't know. It was just kind of tradition I did with my dad. Always watch the Browns game with him, and I just run around in the living room because I was just a dumbass kid, and he would like chuck like a plastic football at me. Yeah, and then let's see. What are my favorite like games that I've ever seen? I remember the one playoff game where the one Bengals player like kills that one Steeler guy. Um, the Peyton Manning game against the Steelers I saw. Those are like the two playoff games that I really remember. Um, I remember in like third grade, I made a bet with this dude that the Patriots were gonna lose. I bet $20, and I said the Giants are gonna win against the Patriots because I remember seeing like a commercial, some NFL commercial, and there's like this big fat guy on a treadmill. He's like a Giants fan, and it shows like they're like their dog shit season. And he's like gets all sad and shit. So I chose the Giants, who actually won. That kid didn't give me $20. He just like punched me in the gut. Said "fuck you, I ain't giving you $20." I remember I watched the Seahawks playoff where like, but I only watched like, I think the only play I saw was the interception in the end zone. I think that was the only play of the game I saw. That and like the Left Shark halftime show. Um, I remember the playoff of the Atlanta Falcons choked. I remember that was like after like coming home from winter formal, and I was trying to snap a girl. So I think my favorite Super Bowl is the one from the one with the Rams and the Patriots. I don't know. It was just like such a meme Super Bowl. Like you had Mr. Beast there. You were gonna have SpongeBob, and then Sycamore came in. I don't know. I just feel like that the ones is one I really remember. What the fuck was I talking about? Shit, I got way off topic. Yeah, so the Browns actually fucking beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in a playoff game. I'm surprised we even made it to the playoffs because, you know, same old Browns. No, quite literally, the same old fucking Browns. You know, last year everyone was like, oh, they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And I called it. I'm like, they're probably going to be dog shit again. Never dog shit. Honestly, it doesn't even feel real, you know? You just kind of expect us to fuck up. You know, the factory of sadness. You know, we can't do anything right. I'm on yoga ball, watching a lot of Naked Jake videos. No, I'm designed. I broke my chair. It's all fucked up. It's like leaking oil and shit. I'm still in my brother's room. Because he likes my bed more now, but his bed's actually kind of nicer. Fucking stay on topic. Oh. Yeah, so it's ironic. It seems like for the factory of sadness, the more fucked up shit gets, the better we play. So if we want to beat the Chiefs, let's just hope a fucking World War III fucking happens. We'll make it all the way to Super Bowl, baby. I don't know. Yeah. The playoff game was fucking amazing. Like the first play, like I don't think I watched it with me, my dad, and my mom. We were all downstairs. Like, I don't think we've ever been that loud for like a Browns game before. Like we've even gone to like the stadium. We go like once a year because my dad's a huge Browns fan. We go once a year, except this year because tickets are expensive. But like every game we go to, my dad is like, let's go, bro. It's like all game, and he's like screaming. He's like, go. Like one of those kids, like one of those parents, like a soccer game. And it's like the worst standing next to him. He's like screaming all the time, and he like screams at like the other people sitting around us. He's like, why aren't you guys screaming? Let's go. He does that the whole game, and it's like, and I'm like, I go to my mom, I'm like, I don't want to sit fucking next to him. Yeah. I remember one time a security guard yelled at my dad because we were like on like the railing. He's like leaning over, like, let's go. And they're like, you gotta move back, sir. Yeah, so we actually beat Pittsburgh. Thank God Roethlisberger is absolutely terrible. Thank God they did what 2 running plays. I think they only did 2. They did the one where they fucked up on 3rd down, and then they did the one where like the guy ran for 10 yards. and then they decided to kick it on 4-1. Thank God. Like, honestly, the whole fucking game, I thought we were gonna fucking lose it somehow. I'm glad. I was talking some mad shit. I was talking some mad shit to my friends, texting them like, what happened there, buddy? You know, fat L. I was talking some mad shit. Thank God we didn't choke it. Baker played out of his mind. No, well, honestly, the only thing, I think the Steelers just lost for themselves. Just because of all the turnovers. I think that was it. Like, that was the big thing. We had no turnovers, and they had all the turnovers. So shout out to Big Ben being shit. And my mom kept on screaming and calling him, you know, the R word. I'm not a non-consensual man. Yeah. Yeah, so we beat the Chiefs, you know, beat the Super Bowl champions. Hopefully World War III starts so that we can do better, you know. Let's go Browns. Hoo hoo.